Hey gaming fans, so today's another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, and this is Heraldic Beasts. This is a fun little archetype that came out a little while ago, but it recently got a few, I guess, support cards. So yeah, let's get to the deck and I'll explain. So, just to start off, the Heraldic Beasts are all about the graveyard and Xe summoning, so there's going to be a lot of that stuff going on. So for the first one, we have our Searcher, which has got this nice big body, 2000 attack, level 4. Again, most of the deck, I think all of the deck is pretty much level 4s, except for like 3 monsters. But during your end phase, the turn this card is normal summoned, destroy this card. When this card is sent from the graveyard, sent to the graveyard, so it doesn't have to be from the field, just whenever it's sent to the graveyard, add one Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to your hand, except Heraldic Beast Leo. And you can only use it once per turn. So this works in so many ways. Like you could send it to the graveyard, you can detach it as Xyz material, then it's going to get sent to the graveyard. So there's a lot of ways to activate that effect. Then we got 3 Heraldic Beast Aberconway. So this is the one you want to try and get into the graveyard fast. If this card is in the graveyard, you can banish another copy of itself from the graveyard to target one Heraldic Beast monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So it's kind of like a free recursion, as long as you have 2 of them in the graveyard. And it helps that he's the 4, and you need a lot of Heraldic Beasts in this deck. Then to help speed up getting stuff onto the field, Heraldic Beast Apshabenui, that's a weird name. You can discard one other Heraldic Beast monster, special summon this card from your hand. So he gets onto the field, free special summon essentially, while you have to discard. And then once per turn, you can discard one Heraldic Beast monster. This card gains 800 attack. But again, if you were to discard your Leo, he gets sent to the graveyard, you get to search. I'm pretty sure that's how he works anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then we got, just for, dealing with your opponent's problems, after damage calculation, destroy any monster that battles with this card. So he's a Basilisk, he's like he's only 1000 attack, but you do need a lot of Heraldic Beasts in this deck, so I had to include him. And it's good. I mean, even if turn 1 you set this guy and your opponent attacks it, their monster's gone. And then you got these guys in the graveyard. Then we got 3 of the Heraldic Beast Unicorns. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Again, more graveyard stuff. To target one Psychic type Xyz monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Its effects are negated, and you can only use the effect of Heraldic Beast Unicorn once per turn. So, I mean, it's okay, but then we got 2 of these guys, kind of to refuel up your Xyz materials. You can banish this card from the graveyard to target one face-up Xyz monster you control with no materials on it, and 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your graveyard. Attach these monsters from your graveyard to that face-up Xyz monster as material. So, again, you just banish it, and then you can give an Xyz material, or an Xyz monster some materials. And if you grab your Leos and stuff, you can, recharge them into as Xyz material and detach them to get their effect. And then for the last monsters, really just hand traps. So I put in 3 Veilers, because you don't want to deal with your opponent's monster effects. So that's all there is there. I mean, I know he's Veiler's a synchro monster, but I don't, or a tuner monster I should say, but I don't really play synchro, so it doesn't really matter. Then for the spells, we have, because we use the graveyard a lot in this game, in this deck, Foolish Burial, because you could either send your Heraldic Beast Leo to get that search off. You could send with the Aberconway to, make sure you can get 2 in the graveyard. So there's a lot of reasons why you might want to throw these guys out. Then we have fairly new card, Charged Up Heraldry. So you have to tribute a monster to special summon 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your deck in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck from the rest of this turn unless they're Psychic or Machine, which is fine because you do play Psychic Xyz monsters. Then, sort of similar, we got the Advanced Heraldry Art, so I play 2 of those because it does require 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your graveyard, and you special summon them, and immediately after that you Xyz summon with those 2 monsters. So you can't really summon them and do something else. You have to turn it into an Xyz material right away. And then we got their own Monster Reborn, Heraldic Reborn, or Heraldi Reborn. Target one Heraldic Beast monster in your graveyard to special summon it. So pretty straightforward, just a reborn. And of course, I'm playing a real reborn because why not? You know, you could play 3 of the Heraldic Reborn, but why not have something more generic that can take out anything you need or grab from your opponent's graveyard. And then we got 1 Terraforming, because this deck does have its own field spell called Augmented Heraldry. If I'm saying it right, Heraldry, whatever. Psychic type Xyz material or monsters on the field cannot be targeted by spell or trap effects. And then once per turn, you can discard 1 Heraldic Beast monster and add 1 Heraldry spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So you can grab out any of your Heraldry spells, which is cool. So that's always good to have something that searches like that. And then to wrap up the spells, we got the rank up Magic Numeran Force. Essentially, this is just a rank up to your C, number C monster, which is in the extra deck. And it also has the added bonus of negating all other cards on the field. So it kind of acts like a full-on skill drain, essentially, shutting down everything that's already face-up on the field. So that can come in real handy to just be able to shut down any face-up cards that could be bothering you, like a Mystic Mine or something like that. Then for the traps, I just decided to go on the Solemn Brigade. The typical 3 Solemn Strike and 3 Solemn Judgments, just to say no to your opponent whenever they try to do anything. So you try and control the board this way. So that's it for the deck. Let's get to the extra deck. So this deck really needs the extra deck. You have to play it. So you got the number 69 Heraldry Crest. So this is a tough one. It requires 3 level 4 monsters to pull it out. And it's a 2600, but I play it in there because of the number C. And it's kind of a weird. When this card is special summon, you negate the effects of all other face-up Xyz monsters currently on the field. You can see that this was out when Xyz monsters were really big. Then you could target 1 other face-up Xyz monster on the field until the end phase. This card's name becomes the original effect of that one. So it's kind of a weird one. But we are playing the number C69 Heraldry Crest of Horror, which is a pretty big monster. So he's like 4,000. And of course there's psychic monsters, which you do require in some of the cards that say that you can only summon a psychic monster. So this guy's like a 4,000 attack. So you get him out with that Numeran Force, and because you'll never have 4 level 5 monsters on the field to summon this guy normally. But then once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, and then target 1 face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls. This card gains attack equal to that face-up monster's original attack and its attack. And if this gains the attack this way, this card's name becomes that monster's name and gains the monster's original effect, and this lasts till the end of turn. So it's kind of okay. If your opponent has Xyz on the field, you can kind of like do some shenanigans there, but you're getting out a 4,000 beater, so that's pretty cool. Then we have some more Psychic Heraldry Xyz monsters. So I got 2 of those, once per turn. During your either player's turn, if 2 or more monsters with the same name are on the field, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, choose 1 monster among these and with the same name, and destroy all monsters with that name. So it's okay. I mean, any of these would be fine. It's 2,200 attack. Then we got number 8 Heraldic King Gnome Heritage. Kind of crazy name there. So this is 2 Heraldic Beast monsters to summon this guy. But he's 2,400 attack, and then once per turn you can target 1 face-up Xyz monster your opponent controls. This card's name becomes the original attack of that monster. So they do a lot of copying of names and attacks and all that stuff. And then this card's effect becomes that name and the current attack, and this card's effect becomes that monster's originally effect. Then that monster's attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated. So that's pretty cool. I mean, just to like steal your opponent's stats, make their attack 0, and just be able to run over them with 2,400. So that's it for the Heraldic guys. Then I put in the standard rank 4 stuff. Because we are playing wins in this, we can play Chidori, Lightning Chidori, which is, you know, one of the cool Xyz materials out there. Daigusto Emerald, 101 Arc, Castel, Cowboy, Utopia, and Abyss Dweller. These are my standard lineup of Xyz. You can play any of the level 4 rank monsters you want, but these are the ones that I usually end up playing. Anyways, yeah, that's the deck. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's got a lot of cards that really work well together, and you know, they really did a good job on the spell cards on this one. Anyways, hope you liked the deck. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. What would you change? What would you take out? I always like to hear what you have to say. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.